Welcome to our transition within four walls, an actionable shift to a low-energy home. In this short video, we will explain to you how we improved the insulation of the home, replaced old appliances, installed solar panels, and reduced the car transport of a two-person household in order to reduce their total energy consumption by at least 40% in 2050. To ensure that our solutions are acceptable, we first considered the technical feasibility by evaluating the conditions of the dwelling and identifying the highest consuming appliances. To ensure financial feasibility, the initial investment cost and the payback periods were also calculated. Here, you can see our roadmap to 2050 and the different years in which we implemented the changes.
Our first implementation in 2023 will be the thermal insulation of the house. Heating represents 40% of our total electric consumption. It's an important parameter to consider when reducing the energetic consumption of a household. Exterior wall thermal insulation can improve the thermal efficiency by 25%. With standard measures, the total surface to insulate is 72 meters squared. According to our installation cost, we will have an initial investment of around 8,000 euros. Nevertheless, today in France, you can obtain governmental subsidies to improve the thermal insulation of your house, which reduce the final cost to 3,000 euros. Currently, 1 kilowatt-hour represents 0.2 euros, but it's projected to grow in the next decade. Then the initial investment of 3,000 euros will be compensated in 23 years.
The next change that we are going to implement is the replacing of the fridge and the freezer in 2025. So basically, the current consumption of the household right now in cooling with a separate freezer and fridge is 558 kilowatt hours per year, distributed according to the following table. So by replacing both appliances with a combined fridge and freezer, with the model is in the slide, the annual consumption would be reduced to 108 kilowatt hours per year, which represents a decrease of 9.35% of the current energy consumption of the household. The price of the appliance is 1,130 euros, but the payback would be 12.5 years.
Next, in 2030, the household will install solar panels to produce their own electricity. They will install 4 monocrystalline solar panels on their roof, which produce around 1,800 kilowatt hours per year. The solar panels have a degradation of 0.5% per year, which has also been taken into account. The total cost of the project are 5,500 euros, 1,500 euros of which can be offset by a government subsidy. The payback period of this project is around 8 years, and the solar panels are able to reduce the energy consumption by around 37.5%.
The final change we want to implement is the replacing of the washing machine in 2040. So the current consumption of the household in the washing machine using is 151.84 kilowatt hours per year, considering 2 times using per week. So by replacing the washing machine with the following model, the annual consumption would be reduced to 87.36 kilowatt hours per year if we consider the same consumption pattern. So this would represent a decrease of 1.34% of the current energy consumption. The price of the new appliance is around 500 euros, and the payback would be in 26 years.
We will now see our final distribution of energy consumption. We can see that replacing appliances have a big impact on the reduction of energy consumption, and heating also have a 25% reduction. Moreover, by producing 1,800 kilowatt-hours of electricity through solar energy, the household relies less on the grid. Overall, this reduced the consumption by around 56%, from around 4,800 kilowatt-hours to 2,000 kilowatt-hours.
So concerning transport, the household wishes to reduce its energy consumption by 40%, which is equivalent to around 3,200 kilowatt hour for the transport used in 1 year. So for this, we chose a realist and progressive change in behavior, especially related to work travel, which is the biggest contributor. So in 3 years, by 2026, the household would be working from home once per week and car sharing with another household twice per week in order to reduce the use of the car. Then by 2030, they would additionally replace their weekend trip to the ville that represented 402 kilometers by car by taking the train, and this would lead to a total of 28 kilowatt hour for both passengers for a return trip. Then finally, by the 10-year time frame, so by 2033, they would also car share with another household, so there would be a total of 3 households in the car. All these changes would effectively reduce energy by more than 40%, leading to a total yearly consumption of energy of 4,597 kilowatt hour instead of the original 8,027 kilowatt hour.